Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, Ravi Locan Govind. You can hear us, Prabhuji? You are muted, Prabhuji. Ravi Locan Govind. Hare Krishna. Am I audible to others, Mataji?
Yes, you are audible. I think he's
Ravi
muted.
Locan Govind. Maybe. Ravi Locan Govind Prabhu, can you unmute? Ravi Locan Govind Prabhu?
I think it happened with Suvinay Prabhu also last time.
Let me put him in the chat.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
We can hear you now, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. We can hear you.
You cannot probably hear us, Prabhuji. Maybe you want to, one second.
Hare Krishna. Are you able to hear me, Prabhu?
We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry,
Can you
Prabhu.
hear us?
Yeah, now I am able to hear you also.
Oh, great, great, great. Okay, Prabhuji. So, welcome all for the Bhagavatam sessions. We'll be hearing the nectar from His Grace Ravi Locan Govind Prabhu. And this is from Canto 5, Chapter 17, Text 1. So, we are beginning a new chapter. It's about the chapter title is The Descent of the River Ganges. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'll take the sharing. Hare Krishna. First of all, please accept my humble obeisances onto your lotus feet. And also please bless me. This is my first class here in this forum. Also, I want a lot of blessings so that I'll be able to present this topics of Bhagavatam properly. Just I'll start with the Mangalacharan. Om Agnanatimidandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savajutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानो सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं मुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टके मुखं करोचि वाकालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम् नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताकस्वामिनिति नामिनि नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेषशून्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत Prabhu, is it getting shared?
Yes, Prabhuji. We can see your screen, Prabhuji.
So is it okay, Prabhu? This screen, can I continue with this screen?
Yes, Prabhuji. You can probably put in slideshow. So
that's why I asked.
Put in slideshow, Prabhuji. No problem.
Now, is it now okay, Prabhu? This is the new thing slideshow.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, in the last chapter, we learned about Jambudvipa and its constituents. What constitutes this universe and how and where it is situated, the huge dimensions, all those things. We learned about it. And actually, all these things mesmerizes us. Even actually, the big scientists, they actually give so many big talks, but even for them, it is for them to understand this, they also get mesmerized. It's not possible for them to understand. They also get mesmerized by the entire arrangement of this, all our universes. So, but these scientists, they don't want to accept the hand of Lord, as Prabhupada said. They want to challenge the existence of the Supreme Lord. They also cannot comprehend how things are working. They don't, if we say that how the demigods took water and from their aeroplanes, they poured it on the Mount Meru. They just cannot accept this. They cannot even comprehend that. So also these people, they cannot also go from one planet to another. Like how our Suvarna Gaura Hari Prabhu in the last week's class, he told us these people, they went to they say that they claim that they went to moon, but they didn't go to moon because they themselves afterwards they accepted and they made a video showing how that entire thing was cocked up and then the flag was shaking and all these things. We saw how it was. So in this particular, by our technique and technology, we will not be able to go to the higher planets. So only in the subtle body, even with our body, which has got water and air, this also we have to leave it here. With this body, we cannot go there. That's what we learned. And then how then can we go there? We can go only by the pious activities. That's what we will see how higher planetary system people, they go only because of the higher. If they want to go, they have to go. There are people who are interested to go to that planets. They can go only with the subtle type of body, which has by after performing lot of pious activity, they can go. Even some people tried, with the present body to go there, but they were not successful. Like Vishwamitra, he sent a person, but that person got stuck, and then his name is become Trishanku. Even Ravana tried putting Swarga, steps to Swarga, he didn't succeed. So also in the previous chapters, we saw how the description of Bhumandala Jambudvipa, and suddenly when actually this chapter begins, when our Sukadeva Goswami will be discussing about all these universes, Jambudvipa, Vanipurata, this Bhumandana and other things, when he'll be telling all those things, suddenly he gets a thing that I'm discussing about so many planets and all these things, but I am not telling a thing how it will purify the entire, all these universes. So then he starts thinking, by the moment he thinks that, he starts thinking about Lord Vishnu. And after that, the moment he thinks about Vishnu, he remembers Ganga. Actually, there is no need for him to think of Ganga because he's talking about Bharatavarsha and then other things. There is no need for him to think. But this is a devotee. Devotee, what he does is, in every object, he simply gets an opportunity, he wants to think about the Lord. Here also the devotee, the devotee always wants to find the Lord's presence in everything, and also they want to think about the Lord all the time. So entire Bhagavatam also, when we see here, it starts with Parikshit Maharaj taking shelter at Ganga. That's the entire thing starts at taking, by Parikshit Maharaj taking shelter at the Ganga and the banks of Ganga, and also the discourse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Also, the Sukadeva Goswami also gave the discourse on the banks of Ganga. So now the actual this one we are going to talk about the descent of river Ganges. So now Sukadeva Goswami starts to tell Parikshit Maharaj about the pastime of Bali Maharaja. Prabhuji, shall I take this one, Prabhu? The verse also is.
Yes, Prabhuji. So you can start with the verse, and then you can start your presentation, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Sri Suka Uvacha Tatra Bhagavata Sakshad Yajnalingasya Vishnor Vikramato Vama Padanugasta Nakha Nirband Nakha Nirbannor Dvanda Kataha Vivarenantah Pravishtaya Bhaya Jaladara Charana Pankaja. What happened, Prabhu?
I just shared the shloka, Prabhuji. You continue.
Oh, okay. I thought it has coming there. किञ्जलो पराञ्जित किल अखिल जगद अघा मलापोपास्परसना मला साक्षात् भगवत्पदी इति अनुपल्किषितवचो अभिधीयमानाति महता कालेन युगा सहस्रोपलक्षणेन दिवो मूर्धानि अवतातार यद्तद् विष्णुपदम् अहो. Now I'm
You can present now, Prabhuji.
translation, purport and translation by Srila Prabhupada. Suta Goswami said, "My dear king, Lord Vishnu, the enjoyer of all sacrifices, appeared as Vamanadeva in the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj. Then he extended his left foot to the end of the universe and pierced a hole in its covering with the nail of his big toe. Through the hole, the pure water of casual ocean entered the universe as Ganges River. Having washed the lotus feet of the Lord, which are covered with reddish powder, the water of the Ganges acquired a beautiful pink color. Every living entity can immediately purify his mind of material contamination by touching the transcendental water of the Ganges. Yet its water remained very pure, ever pure. Because the Ganges directly touches the lotus feet of the Lord, before descending within this universe, she is known as Vishnupadi. Later, she received other names like Jhanavi, Bhagirathi, and 1000. And after 1000 millenniums, the water of the Ganges descended to Dhruvaloka, the topmost planet in the universe. Therefore, all learned sages and scholars proclaim Dhruvaloka to be Vishnupada, situated on Lord's lotus feet. Now, is it visible now, Prabhu, the slides? Hare Krishna.
Now you can share, Prabhuji. I'll stop the share. You can share your screen now for the presentation.
I'm not getting that. See, 1 minute, Prabhu. Sorry. Now, is it visible, Prabhu?
Yes, perfect, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So, descent of the river Ganges. This is what we are talking about. We can see how Vamanadeva comes to Bali Maharaja, begs 3 steps of land, and when Bali Maharaja offered him 3 steps of land in charity, Vamanadeva expands into gigantic form, which is known as the Trivikrama. So Lord Vamanadeva actually appeared at the Bali Maharaja's place when he was performing the 100th sacrifices. That is Ashwamedha Yagna. During that sacrifice, Vamanadeva comes and begs 3 steps of land, and then offers the Bali Maharaja readily offers it in charity. Then maybe at the outset, we may think that it looks like cheating, because he's trying to take the land and then he's going to take all his possession. It may think like that. But actually, the Lord wanted to deliver his devotee, Bali Maharaja. It may look like the Lord has come to protect Indra. Acharya says that the Lord came to deliver his devotee. We can see in many instances where the Lord actually, he's very eager to give the credit to the devotees. He wants to always glorify his devotees. We can also see in Vritrasura case how actually when we see that when we read the pastimes of that, when we actually think that how the Lord has come to protect the Indra because he wants to give him back his kingdom. That's what every normal people think. But actually the Lord comes to deliver his devotee Vritrasura. Actually, when we see the end result, we know what happens. In Vritrasura got Vaikunta, Indra got only the material world, that is only the Swarga only he got. But the Lord always wants to glorify his devotees. Even when we see the Yudhishthira Maharaj when going to Bhishma. Basically, the Lord wants to give credit to his devotees. So he wanted to then actually what happens when these things, even Brahmaji asks this question to the Lord. He says that, when Lord comes and asks these 3 steps of land, all the devotees, they will be having the same doubt. Why this Lord is asking for 3 steps of land, but they will not have the courage to ask him. But anyway, they will be happy because this Bali Maharaja is tight, so they're happy that way. But Brahmaji, he is actually the great devotee of Lord Krishna. So he could not understand, or he would not be able to comprehend why this Lord is doing this way. The Lord, who is just patram pushpam palam toyam yomya bhaktya prayachati, he is just satisfied by one leaf, patram, pushpam, that is flower, then water and fruit. He's just happy with those things. If a devotee gives, that is he's happy. But here we see the Bali Maharaja, the devotee, he has surrendered all the 3 lokas, but he made him prisoner by tying him. So it puzzled Brahmaji. The Lord answers. He answers by glorifying Bali Maharaja. He says, see the greatness of the devotee. In spite of losing everything, Bali Maharaja did not resist, nor he did not criticize me. He just surrendered. In fact, he was criticizing himself. He was thinking that, see, I'm not able to keep up my promise. And then he surrendered everything to the Lord. And then finally he said, keep the 3rd foot on my on my head, 3rd foot, because he's not able to fulfill his promise. So this is devotee, he says. Now, in this verse, what we are talking about, we can see how Vamanadeva expands and then assumes the gigantic form, which is known as Trivikrama. And then with his right foot, he covers the entire Bhumandala. And then in the left foot, he covers the entire space, all the planets, the second half of the universe. And his foot starts going up and up. And then finally, what happens when he touches the layers of the universe? And while doing so, then toenail of the left foot pierces the universal shell, which causing to crack. And because of that, the water of that casual ocean makes an entry into our universe. So thus the spiritual stream of water of casual, which is also known as the Karana ocean, which is situated outside the layer of the eight layers of the universe, entered our universe. This water being touched by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is smeared, what we read in the purport, which is smeared with kankuma. That's why it is assumed the red tinge color. Now, we will see how, we can see how Vamanadeva pierced through the shell, the ocean, casual ocean, and then it comes to it makes entry into universe and then abode of. And first, what happens? Actually, it falls on the abode of Lord Brahma, which is known as Satyaloka. Here, Lord Brahma, what he does, he collects some stream of water in the Kamandalu, and then that water he performs the worship of the Lord's lotus feet. That is doing Abhisheka. Then when he's doing Abhisheka, he actually smears the kunkuma on the Lord's lotus feet. This water, while doing the Abhisheka, where mixes with the kunkuma and smeared in the Lord's lotus feet, and then assumed, then it takes the color of the red, it takes the reddish tinge color, and then since it is falling down after taking bathing the feet of Lord Vishnu, it is known as Vishnupadi. So here, what happens is, our Bhagavad-padi also, it is known as Bhagavad-padi also, since it is emanating from the touch of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So eventually, in due course of time, the water starts flowing after the Brahmaloka, then it starts flowing into Satyaloka, Dhruvaloka, then after that, it goes to like Maharloka, and then it goes to all the upper planets. And then, while doing so, it also after the Maharloka, then it starts to flow to Dhruvaloka, which is the abode of Kshirodakshay Vishnu, and it's also generally known as Vishnu Pada. So here Dhruva Maharaja is residing from the beginning of the day of Brahma, and since then the particular stream of water of casual ocean having touched the Dhruva Loka and coming down because Vishnu Pada, because it is coming down, its name is known as Vishnupati. So when after touching the Supreme, because the water is touched by the foot of the Supreme Lord, and then it becomes after touching the Supreme Lord, when the water flows, then only it starts to purify the contamination of sins of people of all the three lokas. That's why it is known as Amala or Triloka Pavani. Thus, some of the waters, and after that, after Dhruva Loka, then the Dhruva Loka, Dhruva Maharaja, actually with great respect, he holds the water on his head, the Ganga water. He thinks that is so fortunate because also he thinks that is our deity, Vishnu. He is from his foot, I'm getting the water. When he takes the water on his head, he becomes ecstatic, he starts jumping and his hair will be standing. With so much reverence, he'll keep the water on the head of on his head, because the water is having connection with Vishnu. It is the water is touched the lotus feet of Vishnu. Then the water goes to Saptarishis, and then the Saptarishis, the headed by Marichi, Atri, Vasishta, etc. They know the importance of the Ganga because it is touched by the Lord's feet. They know how it is. They also respectfully offer obeisances. They pray to the Lord and then keep the water of Ganga in their maternal hammocks. So after thus purifying the water, after the water is purifying even Dhruva Loka and the Saptarishis Loka, this stream then gradually comes down, being carried by many devatas by aerial shift to the Chandraloka. From Chandraloka, they top it up. Now they make it fall on Mount Meru, then touches the abode of Brahma, which is located exactly in the middle of the Mount Meru, we can see here. And then water gets distributed in 4 directions. That is eastern Sita, then western Chakshu, then the northern Bhadra and Arakananda in the south. So these 4 streams, the 4 on the top of mountain which it falls, it comes at with high speed to Jambudvipa, and subsequently 4 tracks, that is lands of Jambudvipa, and eventually they enter into the saltwater ocean. Last classes we saw how the Jambudvipa constituents and other things. It is said that the same water, also some of the water, also goes to the lower planets into Patala Loka, and then covers all the 3 abodes, heavenly, earthly, and the lower planetary bones, and hence she is known as Triloka Pavani, the purifier of 3 planetary systems, the entire universe. Actually, we see how Bhumandala is made up of 9 Varshas. Only Bharata Varsha is only the Varsha which is called as the field of karmic activities, and it is known as Karma Bhumi. Balance 8 Varshas are heavenly planets on earth. So even similarly, we have this, the characteristics of all the 3. That is, we have 3 types of Swarga. One is the Daivi Swarga, and Bhauma Swarga, and then Bila Swarga. All the places opulence is there. The only difference between three things are the modes: mode of goodness, mode of passion and ignorance. In Devi Swarga, it is predominantly mode of goodness because people use the opulence for the Lord's service. But whereas in Bhaumi Swarga, they use it for themselves as for Lord's service, and in Bila Swarga, they use it only for themselves. But the characteristics of all the people are the same. 10,000 years they live, and the strength of 10,000 elephants, etc., etc. And also we know how they don't have to raise the children on the. They live for 10,000 years, but they conceive only on the last day, and and then it is called as Sadhyogarbha. Immediately it becomes like they grow up, and they starts to. They become the 16-year-old. Now I want to 16-year-old. This one they will become 16-year-old youth. At this one they will become 16-year-old. Now now when we see this one, we see how again it shows about Sita, Bhadra, Chakshu, and also we can see a lot of small streams, but their names, some of the names are indicated, some of the names are not indicated. And then again, we see how they are flowing through Mount Meru, and it's falling in the four direction. The cross section they are shown here in this diagram, in this slide. And then now after flowing through Mount Meru, this rivers falls from the top of Mount Meru front. I'm not going to elaborate too much, because in the future classes, the same verses are going to come, and they will be taking this subject. I'm just touching only the main points. So we saw how in the eastern direction, it touches Sita, and then Sheshachala at mountains, and then from the peak of Sheshachala mountains, the river Ganga falls to Gandhamadava, then Bhadrashvavarsha, then Salt motion, and then in eastern, that is in eastern direction. Western direction, it again falls on Sheshachala mountain, then enters Ketumala Varsha, then enter into the Salt ocean. In western, that is in northern direction, it touches known as Bhadra. It touches the Sheshachala again, falls into the peaks of Nila mountain. From Nila mountain, jumps into Sveta, and then northern direction it joins the Kashmir ocean. And then finally, the fourth branch known as Alakananda, which we'll be concentrating more. This is in the southern direction. So in that southern direction, this is where we get, that is in Bharatavarsha, the southern direction only, we get the whatever Ganga river we are getting it in the southern direction. First, it falls on the Sheshachala mountain, then it falls on the Nishada mountains, which we all saw last time. Most of the water again falls into Hemakuta mountains, some parts on Harivarsha, and then from Harivarsha into the Himalayan mountains, and then enter into Kimpurusha Varsha, and then again jumps into the other parts, jumps onto the Bharatavarsha, and from going through the regions of Bharatavarsha, it enters the salt water. That is, here it is known as Alakananda, and it goes to the Bharatavarsha. Since Varsha, then the Ganga has got another name. Here it is called as Jhanavi. We also read in the translation, we saw how the Jhanavi name also came. So Jhanavi, why it got the name as Jhanavi? Actually, Ganga has so many names, but one of the name is Jhanavi. Jhanavi, because what happens when the Bhagirath Maharaja will be taking the water to the Patala to deliver his forefathers, at that time, a saint named Jhanu, he'll be performing penances, and he'll be performing a lot of penances. And then he'll be meditating actually on the Lord. At that time, this water goes there, and in order it's the complete area is ashram and everything. So he thinks of no fault of his, all these things has been done. So he thinks it is very injustice in what he does. But what he does is he swallows the entire water. And then again, Bhagirath Maharaja, we know how much difficulty he had to bring Ganga. So finally he goes and requests and prays and offer obeisances to the sage Jhanu. Then Jhanu finally says, agrees to it. And then from his ears, he releases the water. Because it is like a daughter, because it goes from his ear, then it is known as Jhanavi. Now, again, in the eighth, this slide, we'll see how Gajalon comes to the top of the universe, which about Brahma, Mount Meru divides into four streams. And then we also see how the four streams falling in four directions, how Ganga is jumping from one mountain to another, and subsequent, reaching subsequent varshas, and then eventually joining the Kashmir Ocean, also Salt Ocean. Okay. Another closer look, how Ganga is jumping from one mountain to another. Now, we can see how Bharatavarsha, it is in the form of a bow. From there, it is falling and it is entering the Kashmir Ocean. And then again, another set of, we can see here another set of images where we see how Ganga is falling from Mount Meru. Then again, we can see here, we can see the Alakananda, how Alakananda is going to Harivarsha. We can see here how it is falling down. And then eventually Bharatavarsha. Then we can see a small stream, black color, small dot in the bottom. That is the stream of Ganga, which is flowing in India. So actually, there is another stream of Ganga, which is later brought by Bhagirath Maharaja to deliver his forefather. This is what we also touched up about this, but here, this is another stream. One is the stream which comes through that episode, that is the pastimes of the Bali Maharaja and Vamanadev that we saw here. But now I am going to talk about Ganga, which was brought by Bhagirath Maharaja to deliver his forefather. So it is written in the scriptures that Ganga sometimes flow in invisible form and sometimes in visible form. Rupa Antarena Vahati. So in 9th canto of Bhagavatam, the entire episode of Sagara Maharaja performing 100 Ashwamedha Yagna, all those things will be described in detail. But what we are going to see is Sagara Maharaja was performing his 100 sacrifices. Indra becomes worried. So what he does is he steals the horse and keep it in the ashram of Kapila, where he'll be performing austerities. That is within the Patala Loka. He goes down and keeps the horse in the Patala Loka. Then Sagara Maharaja will be worried because he'll not be able to complete his sacrifice, that the Ashwamedha Yagna. So what he does is he orders the 60,000 sons, his 60,000 sons. He says, go and search the lost stars all over the universe. These sons goes and search the entire Jambudvipa. They will not be able to find the horse. Then they come back and says, Father, we are not able to find the horse. Then what happens? Then again Sagara Maharaja says that, don't think you start digging start digging the Jambudvipa, that is dig Jambudvipa. And then he says, each of you, because there are 60,000 people, each of you dig one yojana. And then that's way what happens, you will get 60,000 feet you will be able to cover. So definitely you will be able to get the horse. So what happens then? After that, they go and dig. But after digging, they will not get the horse. Again, they go and tell their father that they are not able to find it. So his father instructs that, okay, go further down. Then when they go up to 70,000 yojana below the Jambudvipa, then that is in the Patala Loka, they'll find the horse, which will be bound in the ashrama of Lord Kapila, who will be engaged in deep meditation. These 60,000 tons thought that Kapila only has stolen this horse, and they want to destroy him. So they take their weapons and they'll be about to destroy him. Then actually, because they made a big aparadha, they thought the Lord himself as a thief. Because they were thinking in that way, the fire element within their body expanded and burnt them to ashes. Okay, this is actually according to Srimad Bhagavatam. According to Ramayana, when these people go to kill Kapila, the Lord Kapila slightly opens his eyes. From this eyes, the fire emanates, and then it turns them to ashes. So the Sagara Maharaja will not be aware of these events, and he'll be worried. What happened to all my sons? And he'll be totally worried. So he requests his grandson Anshuman, go and find the horse. Anshuman, having understood that his uncles dug Jambudvipa, he goes in the same direction. He enters the hole made by the uncles, and then he goes to the place where Kapila will be performing severe austerities. We can see the horse behind. Then he asks for the mercy and forgiveness from Lord Kapila, and he requests that, can I take the horse so that my grandfather, he wants to complete the sacrifice. Then Lord Kapila agrees. He simply, then Anshuman also asks Lord Kapila the procedure, how all the uncles will be delivered, because his another main concern is how his uncles will be delivered, because they are burnt into ashes. Then at that time, Lord Kapila instructs him that you have to get the celestial water of Ganga to this place, and then only they will be delivered. Then after doing that, he gives Sagara Maharaja, he goes and gives the horse. Sagara Maharaja completes the sacrifice, that is Yagna, and then he after giving the responsibility of the kingdom to Anshuman, he enters into Vanaprastha. Having ruled the land for some time, Anshuman also performs austerity to bring the water to Patala Loka, but he will not be successful. Then he instructs his son Dilipa to get Ganga to deliver his uncle. Dilipa also tries very hard, but he will not be successful. I'm telling in only short, but there are a lot of other things. But what happens actually here is the Dilipa son's Bhagiratha. He works really hard, and then he performs wonderful sacrifices to please Ganga. So at that one point, then Ganga will appear, and then she agrees to descend. But she says that, see, I will accept taking the water on my son. But what will happen to me? I will take all the sinful people will come and take a bath, bath in my water, and I will get polluted. What about me? How should I get purified? So to that, the king says that, see, when the pure devotees of Supreme Lord, they come to take the bath in your waters, they will purify you of all sinful reaction. We can also see in Srimad Bhagavatam, the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is one point of Canto 1, chapter 13, verse 10. Bhagavad Vida Bhagavatas Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho Tirtha Kurvanti Tirthani Swantahastena Gadhabhrita. The devotees are verily, they themselves are verily holy. They themselves are holy places personified because they carry the Supreme Personality of Godhead within their heart. Just like how the river becomes so holy because of the touch of the lotus feet, the devotees themselves, they carry personality of Godhead within their heart, and then that places wherever they go, they turn into the places of pilgrimage. So Lord's omnipotent, he is manifested by his unalloyed devotees. No, the manifestation is just like electricity, where it can be felt everywhere. The pure devotee always, they feel the presence of Lord in everything, and they see the Lord in every object. So the holy places are meant for the holy places all over the earth are meant for purifying the polluted consciousness of the human beings. And the Lord's, this is done by the presence of the Lord's unalloyed devotees. That's what he says here. The Lord devotees will come and purify you. So now, after that, Ganga told that when I come down, I'll come with when Ganga says that, see, I'm going to come there, but I'm going to come with a heavy force. Who will bear my strength? Then Bhagirath Maharaja, then he says that, then Bhagirath Maharaja goes to Lord Shiva. He does a lot of wonderful prayers to Lord Shiva. And then he takes 1,000 years, 1 year full meditation he does, and he offers prayers to Lord Shiva. And then Lord Shiva appears, and then he allows to take the land, the track of land to from over the track of Jambudvipa. Actually, there is a small pastime when the Lord Shiva agrees to take the water on his head. The Mother Ganga will think how this will be possible. It is not possible. What I will do is I will take Lord Shiva also, along with me. That's just a jovial thing she will be thinking. But Lord Shiva knows what is there in other people's mind. So what he does is he captures the whole water and keeps it in his jhada. That's when again. That's the time when Bhagirath Maharaja comes and requests Lord Shiva to release the water. So Lord Shiva releases small stream, and after being pleased by the austerities of Bhagirath Maharaja, Lord accepts, and then he releases the water in a very in a small stream of water only he releases. Then this Bhagirath Maharaja takes the Ganga all the way to Patala Loka, and then where the ashes will be there, the entire sagar, the water immerse the places where 60,000 sons, the ashes of 60,000 sons of Sagara will be there, and they will all be delivered. Even now, there is a custom, so whenever any elders or parents pass away, in our Hindu tradition, people want to worship Ganga. At that time, they also go to Ganga, they take bath. And why people, even Lord Krishna, when he was present here, worshipped Ganga. After Mahabharata war, all the Pandavas, along with Krishna, personally went to the banks of, we see how in Bhagavata Canto 1, the initial slokas only is talking about that one. So the Lord Krishna personally goes to the, he goes to the bank of Ganga, and then offers puja to Ganga, which is a custom that after Pindadan, one has to perform Ganga puja. So here also we see even other rivers like Kaveri and other things also are the manifestation of Ganga. So here here also people who are not able to go to where the river Ganga is flowing, they take the respective here and the rivers where the manifestations of Ganga river is there. So now we can see today's Ganga. And we can see here in India also in Prayag, how the original branch of Ganga, which is known as Alaknanda, and the branch which is brought by Bhagirath Maharaja, Bhagirathi, they merged together in Devapragad, and then that's how the name it gets as Ganga. So Alaknanda we can see, which is in the green color, and the grayish color is the Bhagirathi. They they gave these here they merge, and here they merge here, and they after that it will be known as Ganga. So in India, first it comes to Rishikesh, then it goes to and then it goes to Prayag, then touches Haridwar, Howrah, Calcutta, and then eventually enters into Bay of Bengal. Having entered into the salt ocean, it goes to Patalaloka by the path made by the sons of Sagara Maharaj all over the country, and all over the country in India, actually. So that's how we know that it goes into all the 3 planets. So in India, all over India, people worship Ganga. They, in every evening, they offer Aarti to Ganga by reciting glories of Ganga. Now, glories of Ganga is mentioned in the scriptures. In Chaitanya Bhagavata, Vrindavan Das Thakur says that in Kali Yuga, Lord Krishna takes 4 forms. That is, one is Srimad Bhagavatam, second is Tulsi, third is Vaishnava, and fourth is Ganga. So, also Krishna have another thing, which is the Krishna is also anyway present in the Nama form also. So that means that Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from the Lord. Tulsi, Vaishnava, and Ganga also similarly, they are not different from the Lord. So in Padma Purana, it is said that nobody can count the glories of Ganga, just like one will not be able to count the waves in the sea. So, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that when, he says that when you're standing on the banks of river, and even if you inhale air which is coming out after touching Ganga, you will become purified. So, Ganga actually is a celestial river which purifies sins. So, in Chaitanya Mangal, it is said that Ganga is the liquid form of Radha and Krishna. Also in Chaitanya Mangal, it is said that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was standing on the bank of river Ganga and feeling and getting ecstatic, when he was ecstatic, actually without knowing himself or without his knowledge, his devotion to the Lord increased. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not understand how this bhakti has become so intensified, but just by seeing the waves of the Ganga. So to that, actually, the Brahmana will be sitting there on the banks of river Ganga. So he says that he tells this story to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says that once upon a time, the Shivji will be dancing, and that dance will be very pleasant. Actually, Shivji does 2 types of dancing. One is the total, when he dances when the total destruction takes place, there is Tandav Nritya. Another one is, which is a very lovely form of dance, which attracts everyone's heart. All the devotees, when Lord Shiva plays this, when he dances this particular thing, then all the devatas, they play the musical instrument. Indra, like he's very well versed in Mridanga, he plays Mridanga like that, etc. Then when one of the instances when Lord Shiva will be in that ecstatic mode and he will be in the lovely dancing, he'll be dancing lovelily. That time, what happens? The Lord Krishna comes there to see that dance. Lord Krishna becomes so immersed in watching the dance that he becomes so immersed that his body starts to melt. So Brahmaji, who will be present there, he collects that that liquid in the Kamandalu, and then immediately goes to Shivaji and says, please stop this dance. Otherwise, we know what will happen to Krishna. He requests him. And then when the water which he has collected in the Kamandalu, this water, when the Ganga makes his descent to Satyaloka, that is, we saw in the initially when the first it falls in Brahmaloka, at that time he mixes this water with Ganga water, with the stream of Ganga water. Because of this, this Ganga purifies, has the reason, has the capabilities to remove all the sins. Also in Chaitanya Bhagavata, Vrindavan Das Thakur says that Ganga is non-different from Krishna. Also in Bhagavad Gita, we see how in 10.31, Lord Krishna says, Chashmi Strotasham Asmi Jhanavi. That Lord Krishna says that among the flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Even the other Brahmanas who are not Vaishnavas also glorify Ganga. We know when we go to the temple also, they chant this mantra, Akala Mrityu Haranam Sarva Vyadi Vinashanam Samasta Duroto Pashamanam Vishnu Padodakam Shubham, saying that actually people, when people who want to consume the Ganga water, we have to take, they say like this, and then they take this water. And also, as I told, that in temples also while distributing tirtha, they say this mantra. So what it says that by simply taking Ganga water, there will be no untimely death. It will destroy all diseases. Vishnu Padodakam, the water emanating from the toes of Vishnu. We are taking this water on our head. And there are so many other glories in of Ganga, like Brahma Vaivatvara Purana. It is said that Radha and Krishna, when they were dancing on Kartika Purnami day, they started melting and it converged into Ganga. Ganga in the upper, we know how, as I told, Ganga has got different names. In upper planetary system, she is known as Mandakini. On Earth, she is known as Bhagirathi. And lower planetary system, she is known as Bhogavati. Actually, there are 4 types of prayers. One is we can offer to the Gangamai. One is by remembrance. Just by remembering, we are offering prayers. Second thing is by actually taking bath. Third is offering arati, actual arati, and then offering puja. Fourth is touching or taking darshan of the Gangamai. So also it is mentioned in Shastra that even taking the sand or mud of Ganga is also offering like puja only. Again, in Shastras, it is said that if we do these 3 things, we don't have to see Yamaraja. What is that? One is studying Bhagavad Gita every day, then worship of Lord Sri Krishna. Third one is Ganga Puja. If we do all these things, one will be liberated. I think my time is up, Prabhuji. I'm going to conclude here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Ravi Locan Govind Prabhu. And thank you very much for walking us through the glories of Ganga Maya. So I would like to request the devotees to share their comments or reflections that you may have, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, wonderful presentation. Prabhu, can you just show the second slide, Prabhu, once?
1 minute. This is only the theme, Mataji. This is the one?
No, not that one, Prabhu. About that course of Ganga you have put, no, Prabhu?
This one, not this?
No, one more.
This one?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
I just missed points. Just 1 minute, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very nicely you're described. That 4 directions I just couldn't.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you for the wonderful explanation of the descent of Ganga, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thanks for the vast explanation of the descent of Ganges, Prabhu. So the different names of Ganga, Jahnavi, Bhagirathi. Correct, Prabhu?
Yes, and in this one, Mandakini, in the upper planetary systems, and in our this one it is called upper Mandakini, and then in our thing it is called Bhagirathi, and the bottom, that is the lower planetary system, is called Bhogavati.
Bhogavati. Alakananda also another name.
Yeah. In our, that is what we showed, no, Mataji. In our direction, that is in the fourth, that is the fourth direction, that is southern direction, it flows as Alakananda. That's what it joins with that Bhagirathi, and then it becomes known as Ganga.
Ganga. That means, so how many names, Prabhu? Ganga
So many,
has?
apart from this also, there are so many names.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
It is the same Alaknanda which we see in Badrinath.
Correct. That is, we saw that, no?
Yes, yes.
That how, that same, it is the same Alakananda. Mataji. You can see in this diagram also, south direction Alakananda. And I'll show you the diagram, the actual, this one, how it, you can see here, Mataji, the green color is the Alakananda.
Yeah, this we can appreciate it, Prabhu, when we see near Devapur.
Exactly, true. When we go there, we can see this color of water,
Yes.
how it merges Devaprayag. Correct, Mataji.
They say no two rivers will mix up.
True.
Many places when we go, no, Prabhu, even in Prayag,
Correct.
it will be separated. Colors will be separated.
Correct.
So, but when they get mixed in the ocean, Prabhu, it loses all. We cannot make out which is the river or everything is in ocean.
Correct, no? Correct, Mataji. That's why once it mixes into this one, so that's why if you see many places when they want to take the that holy baths, and then if they are not able to take, they do the sparshan of the river, the sea water.
Yes, Rameshwaram. Yeah.
Rameshwaram, correct. You're right, Mataji.
But they will have their individuality, like we
But once,
as
yes, Mataji.
living entities, we have our own individuality. These rivers also are personified and they have their own individualities, no, Prabhu?
True, Mataji.
Thank you. Thanks. Dandavat pranams.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat pranam.
Prabhu, also in Ganga Sagar, there's Kapila Muni Ashrama is there, no, Prabhu? Where
Okay, that is on
Ganga
the earth, no? Earthly manifestation.
Oh, earthly manifestation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhuji, can we
Krishna,
conclude?
devotees.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions before we conclude the class? I think, Prabhuji, there are no questions, Prabhu. We can end with the Vaishnava Pranam.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayeva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitya Gausita.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much once again for a very nice class. And we will end today's Zoom session. And we will meet again tomorrow morning at 7:15 Krishnavali.
Yeah, thank you, first of all, Prabhuji, for you and all the devotees in this forum for giving me this opportunity, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.